Today I'm going to put in a 50 litre grey water tank into the XT12HR, and I'm placing it in the middle of the van in between the two freshwater tanks, so there shouldn't be a out of balance issue with towing, and it's only an extra 50 litres, so 50 kilos of weight, so that's fine. And I've got the tank here. It's a Camec, C-A-M-E-C, available anywhere. I paid $50 for it plus freight from Brizzy, and with it I've actually got some adapters, and what you'll notice is the tank is actually 700 long, but you've only got 730 limit under the van. So what I'm doing is, as you can see here, this is my exit point, which is below the chassis, so this will clear out quite easily. And up here, the entry point, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to place this inside to there, cut off the head of the nut, cut that head off, and then I'll actually put this in. So this will actually go right into about there, and that will give me 730 mil. So I'll only have about a millimetre to spare, so as far in as possible. And I've also bought a KUS fuel sender and gauge, which goes in here. They're about $80 from the they come from somewhere in Australia, but they're actually from the US. And I've got to cut a hole in here, and it's got an old you remember the old round VDO dials? It's like that, so it should be pretty cool. It's a lot cheaper than the LED monitors for your fuel gauges, which will run over $100. So we'll see how we go with this. And I also bought some straps. So the straps are quite expensive, I think, because they're $25 a piece. You have to buy them in a pair, so it's a pair is $55. And I'll be using rivet nuts to put those in, nice and safe. But I'll show you what happens when I'm about to fit and install the tank. Oh, there's my helper. Hi, it's Michael, back with our grey water tank that we're putting in our XT12HR in the middle of the van. And this will go in between the freshwater tanks. I've got a 55 litre tank here, and what I've done, I've actually put some quick grip on the actual base. That's the base of the van that will be nearest to the ground, and I've applied a section of 6mm rubber. So I've got this from Clark Rubber, and I'm actually going to apply this. This will be my protection for the tank instead of using some checker plate. I think it'll be fine. Checker plate's mainly used for when a rock actually is up against the actual checker plate. Well, this will just actually stop rocks being flicked up, so that should be fine. At the front, you can see that I've put my inlet and outlet. The inlet, as I may have previously stated, I've actually had to cut it back, but it fits in fine. And this is the tank. And we're going to be putting some straps on, so I've got steel straps, and they will actually accommodate for the rubber backing that's going on the tank for protection. Okay, it's Michael again. Here we are with little Chi-Chi, and you'll see her on the road going up to Cape York or somewhere, hopefully in 2021. And what we've done is we've actually bought a KUS water meter, or they actually use these like a video meter, and there's the actual fuel gauge sender. I've cut a hole in the tank, if you can see, 44mm, and that will actually sit in there. What I've had to do also is, and don't worry about this, I've had to cut a flap here, and I'm going to put the nut through into here, hold it, and wind on the sender down there. When that's finished, you can actually just push this back and just put silicone. This tank is not under pressure, and all you plumbers will understand that. It's not under pressure, so therefore silicone will hold it down. If you're really worried about it any further, you can actually put a piece of rubber over it and completely seal it off. Once the tank's in, we'll actually send through the wiring of our little MDC 12 footer, and we'll connect that up and we'll be able to see the water level. Now this is for our grey water, which the XT12HRs doesn't have. So we've got a 50 litre tank of grey water in the middle of the van, which is perfectly weighted. In the rear of the van we've got 18 or 19 litres in a 150 ml stormwater pipe that you've already seen on previous videos. So we're going to be able to carry 69, 70 litres. This is purely for the shower. The 19 litre stormwater pipe, the 150 ml diameter pipe, is for the sink. So that's plenty of grey water to carry before you have to move off the site. Thank you. So here we have the grey water tank that I've put in, 50 litre tank from Kamek, and you can see here this is the basically the run out. So, and here is the inlet. So this inlet goes back to the shower. This is on XT12HR, and this is located directly in the middle of the wheels, so it's got perfect balance, so it's not going to interfere with any ball weights or anything like that, whether it's full or empty. It will be an extra 50 kilos of weight, which I think this fantastic van can handle. And I've got two brackets, and I used, you can see there, I used rivet nuts to actually secure it to the actual chassis, and she operates perfectly. The only difference what you'll find is that when you're putting your outlet hoses on, they hang a lot lower than the original ones because the actual tank is a lower location. So just got to make sure you got four all the way through. I think the hose now is from the floor of the van underneath. It's about 270, which is fine because the original tanks, or the tanks that are still there, they hang about 300 mil down from the floor, so that's fine.